Now we are going to start up with blood groups. Now we are going to start up with blood groups. But before we do that, you should be familiar with terms like antigen and antibodies. And antibodies. Now what do we mean by antigen? Antigen is the any foreign particle or any foreign organism, you can say, any foreign thing that enters into your body. That enters to your body is called as antigen. And antibodies are the chemicals which are synthesized in response to the antigen. Suppose if any bacteria gets introduced into your body, then bacteria is an antigen, and then what is going to happen, like bacteria enters your body is going to regard it as a foreign substance. So in response, or in order to kill it, or in order to you can say remove it, or in order to just kill its impact on the body, it is going to produce a certain kind of response, and that response is the antibodies. And these antibodies are antigen specific, that means for a specific antigen there is a specific antibody, and these antibodies are going to make the antigen harmless, so that it should not harm our body, or it should not interfere in any of the system of our body. So this is what is an antigen or antibody. So but what happened actually, by birth also we have certain kind of antigen and antibody in which our blood is you can say blood is used to those antigens and antibodies. So we have, depending upon the antigen and antibody present in blood, we have different types of blood groups. We have blood group A, we have blood group B, we have blood group AB, we have blood group O. So in blood group A, what do we have is the antigen is A, and in blood group B the antigen is B. In blood group AB the antigen is both A and B, and in O there is no antigen. And if we talk about antibody, so in blood group A there is an antibody B opposite to it, in B it is A, in AB there is no antibody, and in O blood group all antibodies are present. So these are, you can say, are basically different types of the blood groups depending upon the antigen and antibody. I think you got it. Blood group A contain antigen A, and in response antibody B. B contains B and antibody A. AB contains both but no antibody. O contain no antigen but all antibodies. So this is what is a blood group. Now what happened, like you know that because AB is called as universal recipient and O blood group is called as universal donor. So why they are called actually? It depends upon the blood transfusion process. So we are going to discuss that. Now what is blood transfusion? Blood transfusion is the transfer of blood from healthy person to a weak person. Blood transfusion is the transfer of blood from the healthy person to a weak person. So if somebody is in emergent need of blood, like if somebody got injured due to anything, or somebody met with an accident and there is an excess loss of blood, and in that case he needs the blood. So it's not like that anybody can stand and can donate the blood. It's not like that. There are certain factors which need to be taken care of properly, because you know that blood is an important unit of a body. So it can make a life of the body, or it can make a life it can make you can say a person survive, and it can also kill a person also, because everything is just related to the blood. So whenever you need to transfer blood from any healthy to a weak person, or when we need to transfer blood from donor, healthy person is donor obviously and weak person is recipient. So whenever you need to transfer blood from donor to a recipient, there are specific conditions which need to be taken care of. One is that the person should have same blood group. The person should have same blood group. Like I am B positive, so I can take blood only from B positive. So that means the person who is going to donate me blood should also have the same blood group, that is the B positive. And we know that we have B positive, B negative, A positive, A negative. So that positive and negative factor we will be taking later, because that is the rhesus factor. But at this moment I am just saying positive and negative. So just try to correlate that the positive one can give blood to the positive one and negative one can give blood to the negative one. Right. So the first thing is that it should have the same blood group. The person who is going to donate should have the same blood group as that of the recipient. And second is that his blood should be disease free. his blood should be disease free. It's not like that the person is suffering from tuberculosis or TB or cancer or something like that, or AIDS, and you are going to donate the blood of that person to a weak person. It's not because it can be a fatal to that person. So instead of saving the life, that donation is going to be a very you can say a disaster type, because that donation is going to kill that person. So you need to check the blood before donating, that the donor should be healthy. Healthy means his blood should be disease free. He should not have any major disorder like AIDS, this cancer or something like that, or you can say TB or something, or any blood related disease. He should not have that kind of disease. So if these factors get fulfilled, but still because it is a matter of life, what we do is in order to avoid risk, just to make sure that blood is perfect for the other one, we carry out the compatibility test. We carry out the compatibility test. Now what is that? What you do is, we take a slide, like before donation it is being done, we take a slide, glass slide, in which we put a drop of donor's blood, or let's say we put a drop of recipient blood first. We put a drop of recipient blood, and then we put a drop of donor's blood on it. Okay. Then we leave it aside for a few minutes, and if we see, then we observe it under microscope. We observe it under microscope. If the cells are uniformly distributed like this, if they appear to be like this, that means they are uniformly distributed. That means the blood is compatible. You can donate that blood. But if in case you see a thing like this, like you see that there are certain cells which are occurring in clusters, the cells are joining with each other, so that means this kind of cluster formation of RBC is called as agglutination. Is called as agglutination. That means if you see this kind of agglutination occurring between donor and the recipient blood, that means the cluster of RBC is seen, then that blood is incompatible. That means although it possesses the same blood group, it is disease free, but still the blood is incompatible. So that means that blood cannot be donated to that recipient, because it can be a harmful for that person, because the RBC may form a cluster and it may you can say harm to the vessels also. So that means this compatibility test is very important. So what is compatibility test? Take a slide, put a drop of recipient blood, pour a drop of donor's blood, leave it aside for a few minutes, then see, then observe through microscope, not with naked eye, observe with the microscope. If the cells are uniformly distributed like this, that means blood is compatible, you can donate it. But if you see thing like this happening, that means agglutination in which the cluster of RBCs are seen, then blood is incompatible. You cannot donate this blood to that person. So this is what is a blood transfusion. So now coming on to the blood groups, that which blood group can donate blood to which blood group. So we see that blood group A can donate blood to, obviously of its same time, to A, B can donate to B, AB can donate to AB, but O can donate to everyone. O can donate blood to everyone. So we say that O is universal donor, and what is the reason? Because it has no antigens, no harming agents, but all the antibodies. That is the reason. Now we will see that to which they can donate, to which they can receive from. We have seen that blood group A can receive from A and O. Sorry, we were doing that to what they can donate. So A can donate to A, B can donate to B, AB can donate to AB, and O can all. Yes, it's right. Now from which blood group they can receive actually? Blood group A can receive from A and from O. As I told you, O is a universal donor. B can receive from B and O. And you know that AB can receive from all. AB can receive from all blood groups can actually donate blood to AB. It is universal recipient because it has both type of antigens but no antibody. So that means it is a universal recipient, and but O can receive only from O. So that means O blood group is quite restricted because there are only few people which have O blood group, and you know that the availability of O blood group is somehow very less because O can donate to everyone, but O can receive only from the O blood group. So that is an important factor which you need to remember. So if you get a question like universal donor recipient, you should be quick with an answer that O is a universal donor because it has no antigens but all antibodies. AB is universal recipient because it has all antigens but no antibodies. So this is what is the you can say the blood groups, antigen, antibodies and transfusion. One more thing we were discussing, positive and negative factor, that was RH factor. RH factor is again an antigen only, the one which carries it is present by birth. The blood which carries this antigen is said to be RH positive, and the one which do not has this factor is called as RH negative. So that is why we have different kind of blood group, A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, again O positive, O negative, just depending upon that whether this RH antigen is present or not. And keep in mind that when we are transfusing blood, we need to take care of that, like A positive can donate blood to A positive only, and A negative can donate blood to A negative only, because the one, suppose we have a person like who is A positive, so that means RH factor is present there. So when you are going to donate blood to one which is A negative, so his body is going to regard this RH factor as an antigen, and it will start producing antibody in response to that. So that means in that case the blood can be defective type. So you need to take care of that positive one can donate to a positive one, negative one can donate to a negative one, because the RH factor should also match with each other. So this is what is the basic characteristics of the blood groups and donors, recipients, and the blood transfusion and the compatibility test.